I'm trying to get to 2300, but for some reason, when I'm faced with 2300 rated players, I struggle to win the games. In today's video, I'll be playing 3 very instructive rapid chess games. I'll be explaining my thought process as best as I can. And without further ado, let's get the game started. All right, we have a 2260 rated player from Iraq. Let's go. Okay, maybe opponent is going for the London system or the Queen's Gambit decline. Let's see what my opponent goes for. Queen's Gambit decline, some London system business, and what have you. Let's see what my opponent decides to play. Okay, opponent decides to develop their knight. Let me develop mine. Just observing. All right, the Queen's Gambit it is. Let's go here. A move like this comes to mind, but the moment I play such a move, opponent can play moves like this, opponent can play moves like this. So I'm not in a haste to move this bishop because opponent can always hit me with this move, which I do not like. Okay, let me develop my bishop here. A move like this, I just go back here and let me just castle my king now. Playing a move like this comes to mind. I'm looking at pushing pawn forward, but opponent just captures here. What if I capture here and push pawn forward? Capture here, opponent captures, I push pawn forward. Opponent trade. This bishop becomes a full-time monster on this diagonal. I don't think I want that. But if I don't want that, let's say I push pawn forward now. If I capture here, opponent should be able to push pawn forward and activate this. But if I play a move like this instead, if opponent captures, I capture. You capture, I capture here. If you capture, I capture here. I have an isolated pawn, but at least this bishop is not becoming a monster on this diagonal. Alright, so I think I prefer to play it this way. Alright, opponent doesn't capture there. Opponent is simply saying to capture is a mistake. I'm looking at going here. Now, I'm looking at simply going here. If opponent captures with this, good. If opponent doesn't capture with that, still good. So let's go here now. A move like this doesn't work. I just capture the piece. And if opponent captures here, opponent's pawn structure is kind of not the best pawn structure to have. Let's grab here. Trading the queens, I do not mind. I don't mind trading the queens here. But if I trade the queens, do I really want that? I think I prefer to, let's keep the queen on the board. I was looking at trading the queens earlier, but let's keep the queens on the board. Let's go here. The queen becomes a target, so yes, I like that. Maybe I should have traded the queens. Maybe, just maybe, I move away now. Opponent can just capture here. Okay, opponent cannot really do that. If opponent captures here, a move like this, I should be picking this up. The opponent cannot really capture there. I'm also looking at playing a move like this. See what my opponent is up to. I have a very nasty pin here. Very, very nasty pin. I have a pin here, and if I'm able to play a move like this, even if opponent captures here, I have this move, and it simply just comes with a fork. Comes with a fork on the queen and the rook, so maybe they might just consider moving this rook. I feel like attacking this piece, this pawn. Opponent can easily defend the pawn this way, and not this way, but they can defend the pawn this way. So what is opponent likely going to play now? That's what I'm asking myself. Capturing here is out of the picture. A move like this should just win me material. So a capturing here just walks into a skewer. So opponent cannot capture there. What else can opponent play here? A move like this is begging for trouble. I'm just going to trade, capture here. And then capture one of these rook for myself. Or maybe even if I do not get to capture the rook, I should get 2 pieces for my rook, and that should be more than enough. Alright, I think I want to play this move. I really want to play this move. I just want to play this move. If I go here, trying to attack this, opponent can easily defend this. If I go here, maybe opponent defends it this way. I'm just going to capture here. And if opponent captures here, move like this should be very strong. Let's go here. Opponent looking at playing this move. That makes sense as well. That makes sense. Let's go here. We need to keep this pawn defended. Whoosh. This is under attack. And I'm just threatening to capture here and then capture here. Looks like opponent has messed this up, but let's see. Let's see. So that move coming. Move like this I like. Let's go here. So when the dust settles, I should be winning. I was thinking opponent had this move. Okay, they don't. The bishop just comes back. When the dust settles, I'm up 4 points of material and opponent resigns. Also, in this position, I also have moves like this. Just trying to just pin this and win this. But I think this is just stronger. Let's see what happened in the game. I played with 93.4% accuracy. Opponent played with 82.5. Let's quickly see what happened there. Opponent made a blunder. I think that blunder cost my opponent the game. It was the Queen's Gambit declined and just castled. So far, so good. All book moves. And my opponent left book first. Okay, pushing pawn forward was good. Okay, when I push pawn forward, opponent had to capture here. And after the trade, I was expecting my opponent to capture, which is the best move. Opponent did not capture. And I decided to capture here. The engine wanted me to capture here. The reason I captured here is so that I separate my opponent's pawns like this. The pawns are just going to be weak. And after that, I traded here and then played a move like this. I wanted a queen trade, but at some point I decided against a queen trade. A move like this, the engine prefers. But after this move, opponent plays this move, which is the best move, and I still play this move. Why is the engine frowning it? Okay, the engine wanted my opponent to just move away. Opponent did not move away, and then I strike here, which is just bad. Which is just bad. Just give up my advantage. I captured here, and after the trade, I captured here. And that was the blunder. That was the decisive blunder. I play a move like this. Opponent attacks me again. I attacked the bishop again. Opponent defended the bishop. And then I captured here. At some point, I was, what if my opponent plays this move? But opponent doesn't have that move. And if they play this move, I just capture here. What if they capture here? I think I can just go here. I can just go here and I should be chilling. Okay. So opponent captures here instead. And I just captured here. And opponent just resigns because I'm up 4 points of material. And that is just decisive. All right, we have a 22-36 rated player here. That is Colombia. Playing with the white pieces. Let's go with the king's pawn opening. Opponent is going for the Caro Kann. And guys, you know we love to face the Caro Kann because of one single gambit called the Von Hennig Gambit. So let's see what my opponent knows about this gambit. Opponent is pausing and thinking. And if opponent is pausing and thinking, that is good news for me. All right, maybe opponent knows the best move here. And opponent knows the best move, guys. Opponent knows the best move. It's not good for me. Opponent has defended like a champion. I think capturing here is usually the way to go. I'm looking at connecting my rooks and swinging this other rook over here. So let's swing this over here. A move like this, I won't be surprised to see. I'm just going to move my bishop here. In some lines, sacrificing here comes to mind. In some lines, I don't think I want to sack here. Opponent wants to castle. Doesn't seem to do anything for me. Move like this, I kind of like. Move that does nothing for me as well. Move like this comes to mind, does nothing. Move like this, opponent can capture my queen. I have nothing. I have nothing. So let's say I move my, okay, I can't do that. Okay, I think I want to push pawn forward here just to keep this defended. A way to go. Should be a way to go. Also moving here comes to my mind. Kind of like this move instead. And what if my opponent push pawn here? I go capture. Okay, if my opponent does that, I just capture here with check. I think that move just stops any of that from happening. So let's go here instead. I think I like this move. Opponent can castle the king side, which makes some sense. Makes some sense. To the queen side, I mean, opponent can also castle here if they wish. I'm looking at playing a move like this, trying to win myself this pawn back. I'm looking at playing this move. Opponent captures here, I capture here. And after I move like this, I like this move, but this is just a move. Yes, I think I like the move and I should play it. Let's go here. Let's go active. I would love to land a check here. We just don't have it at the moment. Opponent doesn't have to capture here. Opponent doesn't have to capture there. I want to land a check here. Opponent can capture. And after I capture, opponent just move this away. And this not looking pretty at all. Alright. Capturing here doesn't work. I want to trade the queens. But if I move my queen away, look at that. So let's say I capture here. Opponent captures here. And then I land this check. It's just a check. All right, let's go here. We are burning too much time. Okay, then I'm looking at going here. Move like this, trying to put pressure on this pawn. It seems to work. A check here would have been devastating. Opponent has a knight. Opponent has a knight doing a good job. I'm putting pressure on this pawn, but that looks like that's where it ends. Pressure on the pawn, that's where it just ends. I'm also looking at just pushing pawn forward here. I have the bishop pair for my trouble. Opponent is up a pawn, but it is double pawns, and I also have the bishop pair. Capturing here, sacking here, does absolutely nothing. Move like this, I prefer to play this. Let's say I ignore, opponent just captures here. But we cannot ignore. Let's just go back. That looks like a pawn, but I think after I capture here, I should be able to win myself another pawn. I'm also looking at just pushing pawn forward, just keeping this rock solid. All right, I was having some nice ideas of just sacking here, landing a check here, thinking, oh, that's decisive. Opponent can block the check this way, and I have absolutely nothing. Okay, now opponent can decide to defend this. I wish opponent can't. Oh, they can't. Even if they defend here, I can still sack. I can still sack. Because if opponent captures here, we have this check and we just pick this up. Wow, look at that. Amazing stuff. Just amazing stuff. Amazing stuff it is. But this pawn is hanging. But I still get this pawn. Looks like I should get all my pawns back. Opponent is very likely going to capture this pawn. Very, very likely. Or is opponent thinking of sacking here? If you sack there, I'm just going to capture here and capture here. And I have no issues doing that. So I see my opponent capturing here. Capture here with check. They can block the check however they wish to. Okay, they play this move instead. I can go capture here. My knight is coming out alive. If my opponent has to decide to capture one piece, if they capture the bishop, the knight comes out. So I think this should be good. So let's say I capture here. If opponent just captures, I can just save my piece. I can save my piece and I'm chilling. I think I like this. I like that. Capturing here also comes to mind, but let's grab that evil rook. Because if I capture there, they can capture with the rook. And after I move like this, I like this move. So when the dust settles, I'm up 3 points of material. I'm up 3 points of material. I would like to get rid of this piece. I don't know. I don't like it. Alright, let's go here. Putting pressure on this pawn. Asking my opponent to decide what. I'm looking at going here next. Just trying to get rid of this bishop. Okay, maybe opponent can play this move. Ooh, that looks interesting. Looks interesting. Opponent has this fork that I don't like. I just have to be careful, and I also just want to trade material. Just want to trade material as well. So let's say we push pawn forward. Opponent has to decide. Opponent can go here, and after I move like this, opponent can just grab a pawn. Yeah, that's not a pawn we want to lose. I don't want to lose that pawn. All right, let's land a check here, and then defend the pawn this way. Okay, opponent has this move. What if we go here? Okay, opponent just captures my pawn. I want to defend. All right, I saw that move coming from 5,000 miles away. I'm looking at removing this piece. I want to play this move. Is there a check I should worry about at the moment? No. I'm looking at capturing here and then sacking here because I have this check and I pick this up. Right? Say I capture here, opponent captures here, I capture here, opponent just captures here, maybe capture here. I can just go land a check here. So let's go here. Opponent captures here, I have this check and I capture. And land this move. I have a check here. And then I capture here. I'm just trying to simplify. Can't be bad simplifying the game. Whoosh. Whoosh. That's under attack. Although opponent can defend it this way. But I'm just going to kick. Oh, they can't. Why did my opponent give me that? Why did you give me that? Opponent can resign now. And that was an amazing game from my opponent. And also an amazing game from me. Let's see what happened there. I played with 88.9% accuracy. Opponent played with 77.7. I played the Hennig Gambit, so you can see from the beginning of the graph, I give up the advantage, and I was playing a Gambit line, and it looks like a Gambit my opponent has already looked at because my opponent responded to the Gambit very well. Opponent went for the Caro Kann defense, and we just choose the Hennig Gambit as the weapon of choice. And then I castled. And then I played a move like this. The threat is simple. Land some kind of check here. But opponent knows, and opponent plays a move. And just like that, opponent is winning. I brought my bishop out. Capturing here is the way to go. I know that. I'm just hesitating. And then I finally captured there. I tried to connect my rooks. That's why I moved the queen, and I slide the other rook over, and that was a blunder. That was the decisive blunder. Opponent had to play this move. Oosh. What's that move? Oh, it makes sense. Threatening to capture this, and when I move away, I will be losing this pawn, and I'm already down a pawn. Opponent did not find it, and then I played this move. Position was still losing for me. Was trading the yes, trading there was the way to go, and then landing this check. Wow, I found all the good moves. And that was still the amazing move. That was still an amazing move. And right now, I just seized the initiative. I seized the advantage, and I just never let it go. And then I sack there. Look at that. If opponent captures here, we have this check, and we just pick up the rook. So opponent did not capture there. Instead, the opponent played that. I grabbed my opponent's rook, saved my piece, and after the trade, just like that, I'm up 3 points of material. I defended my piece here. I saw my opponent would love to play, not that. I think when my opponent plays, what was that move? I saw one fork. Yes, it was this move, but at this moment, not at this moment. And after I moved here, opponent played this move. I landed a check here. I saw my opponent playing a move like this, which is just going to be a fork. And in this position, in the previous position, I did not play this move like because I suspect my opponent can just capture here and just gives up some of my advantage. So I landed a check here, stay away from that move. And then I decided to move this. Doesn't make sense. After moving this, I realized, well, I want to trade. If my opponent wanted to trade there, I should have allowed them. And then I push pawn here. I captured here, sack the rook. Still the best move, not any kind of brilliant move. Landed a check here, captured here. And then my opponent saved their bishop hitting me. I attack the bishop, and after opponent captures here, I just capture the bishop, and opponent resigns. Threatening to capture here. I have a pass pawn that is running. Position just overwhelmingly winning. Alright, we have a 2300 rated player here. If I'm able to beat this guy, it will be my highest rated win. Opponent is going for the Caro Kann again, guys. We are going for the Von Hennig Gambit. Is the Von Hennig Gambit going to get us our highest ever win? Or I'm about to get destroyed? Let's find out. Opponent is thinking, which is sometimes a good sign. Opponent is just saying just this. I'm staying away from your silly gambit. Staying away from your silly gambit. I'm looking at just castling to the queen side and bring some fire to my opponent. Let me castle here. Opponent might also just copy my assignment and castle to the other part of the board. I do not care. Opponent decided to just give me back my pawn. Guy is not comfortable playing into the lines, which I think I prefer to play this piece here. Let's put this piece here. Let's put the piece here. I think I like the piece here. And I can, okay. Opponent is hitting me with that move. Let's go here first. Opponent push pawn, I can capture here. Opponent captures here, I can capture here. A check here, I should be able to bring my knight back. So let's see. Opponent push pawn, what if I just ignore and capture here? Alright, I think I prefer to play a move like this, but that's giving my opponent a hook. On the side that my king is chilling. Alright, but what if I play this move instead? Then opponent can still play this move and still the same problem. But I think I should play this move. Let's play this move instead. I don't want this bishop sitting here, which is why I decided to play this move. That's still a hook for my opponent once this knight moves away. But let's see. I'm also looking at playing moves like this, just trying to trap this bishop, which is far-fetched now. Not a move that is looking like looking possible now. Alright, let's go here. Let's go here. The plan is just to push pawn forward here. Let's see. Opponent captures here, I just capture back. I have no issues with that. My plan is to push pawn forward. So let's say opponent plays a move like this. Push pawn forward, opponent just goes back. Wow. What about a move like this? Kind of like that move as well. Kind of like this move as well. Problem is opponent has not yet committed their king. I need to blow open the center of the board. Our position is not looking like that kind of position to blow open the center of the board. A move like this comes to mind. If I trade, then go here, comes to mind. What if I go here? Opponent has this move. What if I go here? Opponent can capture here after I capture here. Okay, let's say I go here. What do I expect from my opponent? I would love to break open the center of the board. It's not working. I also would like to remove these knights from here. I think those knights are legit threat. Let's remove them. I was thinking I could capture here one more time. I can't. So I think I want to play this move instead. Asking my opponent to decide where they are moving this knight to. After deciding, and I believe they are just going to capture here. I'm just going to capture back, and I'm looking at pushing pawn forward, trying to break open the king side. Also, a move like this comes to my mind, just trying to capture this piece. Now, the center of the board, looking open, a pawn push here, a pawn push here. What about a pawn push here? And then just moves away. I think I like a pawn push here. So we capture here, opening lands a check here. Can't I just block with this? I think I can. I can block with my knight and I should be chilling. Oh, I can't block with my knight. I cannot block with my knight because of this pin. Block with my queen. Oh, and I can't capture this way. I have to capture this way. It is crazy, guys. That's because of a check, yeah? What if my opponent proceed with the check? Okay, I just capture. Oh my goodness, I just missed. Guys, I'm lost. Ouch, I'm lost. I can't move away. I cannot move away. No one wants to pin me. I'm trying to stay away from. Yes, this all big time. A move like this should end the game. Move like that should just end the game. Because opponent is threatening stuff, guys. If I play a move like this, opponent has this check and I'm just losing this. So I'm looking at playing a move like this. Opponent captures here, I just capture here. Opponent plays a move like this, I move away. Oh, my position is so sick. That's why. My position is so sick. Oh, wow, wow, wow. I'd love to get the queens off the board. That will increase my chances of surviving this mess. Opponent has moves like this. And I have to play a move like just to make sure everything is still defended. Then a check here. Then a check here. If I go here, opponent can open up a discovered check here and just pick up this bishop. So opponent has this move. And after I check here, I have to move away from this mess. And after I check here, wherever I move my king, a check here is a threat. This rook is not defended. Oh shoot. And after I move, like I need to keep an eye on this square. Oh my goodness me. So after I move like this, I just go here. After I move like this, I do not have this move. I don't have this move. This is the only move I'm looking at playing. And after I move like this GG's. It is GG's after this check, a very devastating check. This rook is not hanging. So after this check, okay, what if I just move here? Why am I panicking? I can't move there. The piece is seated here. If I move here, opponent has this check. Looks like opponent is looking for checkmate. I might just be looking for some checkmate. Or is opponent calculating moves like this? Just going to capture with check. Opponent can then capture here with check. Okay. So a move like this. Guess I'm just moving up. And I should be fine. Yes. So if opponent lands a check here, I'm just going to move up here. If opponent lands a check here, I can defend here. What is my opponent thinking? This is not good. Opponent going into a deep think like this is not good. Not good. Opponent just play some random move and let me win the game. Play some random. The queen is not trapped. Does my opponent think their queen? They can't even think that. The opponent has a lot of squares. Just move their queen. Just move the queen here, please. Just move the queen here. Just move the queen somewhere. Give me second chance, bro. Give me second chance. I've never finally found it. I was not expecting. Seriously, was not expecting that. I was expecting a simple check here. I move like this. What my opponent doing? Check here and just I can capture here. Except I'm missing something. Sure, my opponent did not give this check. That was a quiet check that just ruins everything and just wins the game. But the opponent can go grab this. I'm looking at just playing a move like this. Just keeping everything defended. Opponent has a check here. I'm just going to move up. Everything is still defended. Opponent lands a check here. I move here. Opponent can land a check here. Yes, they can. I just move up. Just move away. Opening might end up getting flagged. Opening might get flagged. Only thing is that opening had winning chances. Yeah. Oh, opening can still play that. Right. I'm running away from all kinds of discover check. Opening has to move away from this. Opening does. I'm looking at capturing here and opening up checkmate threat here. That doesn't seem to work. It doesn't work. It doesn't work and it should not work. Opponent is looking for ways to pile up on this. Seeing a way. Alright. I'm trying to flag my opponent now. I know I'm down material, but I'm trying to flag my opponent. So yeah. Alright, let's move. Need to move. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. This is sick, guys. This is crazily sick. This is lost. What am I doing? What am I doing? I'm trying to set up some kind of trick here. Up a trick here. What about I check here? After opening captures, I push pawn. Am I not queening? I am queening, guys. I think I'm queening. But the position is still lost. My goodness. Sure. Ouch. This is sick. Oh, yes, bro, capture. Bro, please capture. I'm trying to flag this guy. Oh my goodness. Oh, oh, I should be resigning. Dirty flagging. Should be resigning, guys. Wow. 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 GG. That was an amazing game from my opponent. Let's see what happened here. I played with 80% accuracy. Opponent played with 84% accuracy. Straight out of the opening, I got myself into a lot of trouble. How did I even manage to do that? Okay, by playing another Gambit that my opponent has studied. I played the Hennig Gambit. An opponent did not accept the Gambit, and I should just proceed with moves like this. Sometimes you just castle to king side, but I wanted chaos, so I decided to castle to queen side, and my opponent was just not castling. Position was slightly better for my opponent, but just not something I'm familiar with. I'm not familiar with people playing the Hennig Gambit like this, so I got myself into a lot of mess very quickly. Okay, that was just bad. That was bad. I think pushing the pawn forward ended the game for me. I should have treated this bishop. That bishop was a monster. I should have treated it. I did not. And after I captured here, then come this check. The position was just sad for me. Position was just sad and trying my best. And I saw a move that my opponent can play and win the game immediately. But what my opponent played was still the best move. Okay, not really. Not really. Okay, in this position after this move, I saw a move like this. What can I play? If I go here, opening has this discover check. Maybe it doesn't work, but I think the engine is still screaming very good. He's still winning for my opponent. After I move like this, if opponent goes for this check, I think I still have this move. Oh, oh. Now I see why my opponent did not play that move. So instead, opponent played this move. Then I hit my opponent's queen. And I was just trying to survive, yeah. But position was lost now. I had to push that pawn forward. But even if I push it forward, it doesn't really seem to do anything for me. And I should trade queens. The reason I did not trade queen is that opponent pushed this pawn, capture, and there's no stopping this pawn from queening. So part of the reason I did not capture, and in this position, maybe trading the queens was good. Okay, I should have just grabbed this pawn. I was just trying to flag my opponent here. At this point, I know position was done for. I should resign. But as someone who is a dirty flagger, what is my gain if I don't try to, and I try to play for trick here? If my opponent was not paying attention, this move would have been checkmate. I was paying attention, and then I played for trick again. I sacked here. If my opponent just quickly captured here, oops, I have a queen, and I think this position should still be losing for me. Okay, yes, it's still losing for me. I have a queen, but with that queen, opponent, I'm going to flag my opponent with an extra queen on the board. And in this position, I'm going to flag my opponent. Opponent realizes they can't capture there, so they just went here. Wait, okay. Was going here earlier better for me? Wait, what if I had just gone here earlier? Okay, it's not my turn to move. Oh, if it was my turn to move, if I had gone here earlier, opponent is forced to capture, and I can capture here, I can push pawn forward, everything wins. Okay, I did not do that. Instead, wow. And at this point, I tried to flag my opponent. Opponent was playing fast, and opponent did very well, yeah. I'll commend my opponent's speed. When it came down to the speed, opponent did very well, and I found the resign button. Did I find the resign button? No, I got checkmated. And guys, if you have made it this far into the video, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe for more videos like this.